walking around the parking lot.
Yeah, look at that sick door! Oh, yeah!
This is a terrible idea.
But it's our idea now, Amanda. It's our idea.
They're actually giving you, like, this is horrible.
I mean, I guess we do an introduction. Hi, I'm Amanda. This is Gingy. And in the front, occasionally visible through sound only,
That's not visible.
is Mello.
That's audible.
Audible?
Audible?
Audible. Everyone in the car except for Mello is slightly intoxicated
A little bit, yeah.
because that's what we decided to do.
It was necessary. It was
Fantastic
necessary.
Beasts 2, The Crimes of Grindelwald.
Oh, that was a crime against cinema.
That was not great.
No, there were a lot of things that were just... There are moments in this movie where we just had this scene happen and there was no point and it went nowhere, and I'm not entirely sure how it fit into the overarching plot.
Like, why does Newt have an assistant named Bunty?
Who just disappears after the first, like, 15 minutes.
She was not in the first one?
We never God.
I mean, it's just shockingly boring.
And it
Like-
goes on for so long about nothing. Like, it is baffling that they were able to fill 2.5 hours.
With nothing.
Nothing.
But also too much.
It doesn't add anything to the canon. It doesn't expound on these characters' story in any kind of meaningful way. It doesn't do anything that you would look at and say, wow, that's really cool. I want to see more of that in subsequent movies. It's awful, and like, you guys said it best, like, they were treating this like their Empire Strikes Back, where you end the movie on, like, a downward lilt, and the heroes are really struggling. It looks like the bad guys are going to win.
the Nazis are back or something.
Yeah, we got to turn it around in the next movie, because we were really banking on getting enough money for a sequel.
I mean, it's also, like, it's really... So, like, we saw it on a Tuesday.
Yeah.
It's, like, Tuesday right now, like, almost midnight. Or maybe midnight.
Yeah.
And, like, this movie theater was empty. And I mean, like, completely empty.
We were being our worst selves because we were the only 3 people in there.
And this movie came out 4 days ago. This is bad. This
Yeah.
is really bad. Like, I don't know. Like, this was miserable. I hated doing this.
Like, I was hoping for, like, a popcorn movie. Like, I was legitimately hoping we would have a movie that was dumb and it had some, like, eye-rolling moments, but we would walk out of it saying, okay, that was not the worst way I could have spent my Tuesday.
I'm the kind of person who's seen Suicide Squad like 6 times, and this movie is unwatchable. Like, I would not watch this movie. And not just because, like, oh yeah, Johnny Depp, known abuser, is in this, like, all the goddamn time. Like, constantly. It's like they heard the stuff from the first movie where people were like, oh yeah, watching Johnny Depp suddenly appear was a kick in the gut. And then they were like, cool, what if we just made the whole movie about it?
Yeah.
And then did that, and I just dropped that.
And hope that by the time the movie comes out, you guys as a whole have forgotten that he is a wife beater.
Yeah, like, he totally beat his wife. And, like, you can't forget that. And also, like, he's miserable, and he's not a very good actor in this, and I don't understand why anyone would
Yeah, he doesn't do anything that any actor
Like,
could.
for a guy who is supposed to be, like, a very heavy-handed metaphor for Hitler, he was not a very charismatic presence at his rally. No.
Johnny Depp, not a good Hitler.
I would not have joined his extremist group if he were trying to peddle that to me. No. It was really rough, guys. Like, I wish there had been something that I could say was enjoyable, like one character I could point to and say, this was a great performance.
I guess Newt again?
But Newt was so
just watch
bogged
the first
down.
movie again.
Yeah, because Newt was so bogged down in this movie by his love interest plotline that we completely lost all the kooky creatures that made the first one so good. And the bromance with Jacob was just non-existent because they were both so, like, hung up on their women folk.
I guess. I don't know. I guess the only thing I have to say is, like, donate to the subscriber drive for Unwinnable. Help them make money.
Or if you
give
really
money to the domestic violence shelter in your area. Like,
yeah. Don't give money to Johnny Depp. Give money to battered women. Much better choice.
I just spent $50 on fucking domestic violence shit because that was way better than this. This was bad. This was really bad. Oh, also thanks to our servers at Movie Tavern, who were having a blast.
They were
with
giggling
us.
every time we were cussing at that screen because, Lord have mercy, guys. We were the only people in the theater, and it was bad, and we were not trying to hide that.
And thank you, Mello, for driving.
Mello was fantastic. Thank you, Mello.